Confirmed, sir. Rogue agent neutralized.
Red Magnet.
Agent neutralized.
No, boys. Get the
road. Warning, a nearby agent has gone rogue. Leaving contaminated area.
Okay.
No problem.
Warning, rogue protocol has been activated for a nearby agent.
Hey guys, I'm Clintflare Woo. Welcome back to another Division build video, and I put out a suggestion to the community: what build would you like me to put together for you guys? Would it be an Alpha Bridge 6-piece PvP classified build? Would it be a Firecrest against 6-piece classified PvP build? Or would it be a Banshee classified PvP build? Okay, and it was an overwhelming response, which, guys, thank you very, very much for the vote. And it's all about Banshee. That's the build that you want to see. Now, with Banshee, I had a few options. First option was Banshee Vigorous, which is exceptional in a team. However, I'm running solo, so I've put that to one side. Sorry, folks, if you're looking forward to seeing that. Sorry, I was solo. Banshee Savage, that was another option. However, I did that back in August. Link is just above now. If you want to see that video, click that link. So I decided with a 6-piece Banshee build. Let's take a look. Okay, here's my Banshee 6-piece classified gear set. I'm running 6-7 firearms, 6-4 stamina, 2-9 electronics. I've opted for a fairly balanced build. If you wanted some insane damage, then go higher in firearms. I mean, you could go about 8k, which would be really nice, but again, your survivability is quite low at the same time. This gives you that extra bit of survivability, around about 520k toughness, which is a good place to be. Running 414 primary firepower. However, again, the numbers in firepower are a bit skewed, so don't take much notice to that. It's all about your character sheet and the bonuses that keep adding up. Banshee, what does Banshee do? Let's take a look. Set bonus 2 is 20% looted DZ funds. Set bonus 3 is 10% damage to targets out of cover. Set bonus 4, Banshee. While Rogue, all ammo is completely refilled every 30 seconds. Damage taken from non-rogue players reduced by 10%, while not rogue, damage to rogue players is increased by 10%. This bonus is increased to 20% for 10 minutes after being killed by a rogue. Set bonus 5, looted DC funds at 20% and 5% damage to targets out of cover. And set bonus 6, improved Banshee. While Rogue, the time to clear manhunt status is decreased by 5% for every group member within 15 meters, and all Rogue status actions that result in a rank up are doubled. Rewards for clearing manhunt status are improved. And while not Rogue, damage to manhunt status players is increased by 2% for each manhunt level a player has. Rewards for killing the manhunt players are improved. So if they're full rank 5 manhunt, that's an extra 10% damage. Okay, and then you couple that with set bonus 4, which is while Rogue, your damage taken from non-rogue players is reduced by 10%. Or if you're not rogue, you got a 10% buff all the time. Simple as that. If you're killed by a rogue, that goes to 20% damage. And then you've got your extra 10% against a rank 5 manhunt. 30% extra damage. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So if you're going to run this build, it's better to rogue, again, to hunt rogues as opposed to be the rogue. Don't get me wrong, it's good being a rogue and your rewards are definitely worth it. However, to get the optimum from the build, make sure you're not rogue, because this will wreck. It seriously does. There's 30% damage there, and we're not even looking at the weapon archetype yet, and we're not even looking at the damage to targets out of cover. And on Banshee, you've got 5% from set bonus 5, and you've also got 10% from set bonus 3, so that's 15% damage to targets out of cover, and you're 30% against rank 5 manhunts. Insane. Okay, so you've got that initial 10% against rogue players. You're going to get that buff. It's like having responsive, but doubled. And then you've got your 20% if they do take you down. It's insane. It's stupid. It really, really is. But this is definitely a rogue hunting build. So if you do want to PvP and you know, maybe you feel that you're not the best at PvP, but you want to improve, Banshee is a good gear set to use because it gives you the buff with the gear set. And how to roll with it, you've got plenty of options. As a starting point, 6.5k firearms is a good place to be. And again, if you feel more confident in PvP, then up your firearms accordingly. Okay, so have I got Banshee rolled? My chest piece is health, EDR, ammo capacity. And the mods I'm rolling with are stamina, critical hit chance. Now onto the mask, it is rolled into stamina with critical hit chance, blind, death resistance, and firearms health. Knee pads, firearms with health, damage to elites, blind, death resistance, and bleed resistance, which is key. Stamina health, and a first aid self-heal mod. Onto the holster, it is critical hit chance and first aid self-heal as the performance mod. And the gloves, it is firearms with critical hit damage, SMG damage, critical hit chance. And finally the backpack, it is firearms with critical hit damage, bleed resistance. And the mods, you've got stamina health and 2 first aid self-heal mods. Onto the weapons. Okay, I'm running a house. 23% critical chance, 21k base damage. That's base. Okay, guys. Deadly. First talent. I use it on all SMGs. Deadly gives you that extra 15% critical hit damage, which is integral to the build. So make sure you have Deadly equipped. Out of all SMG talents, that is the one I'll go to every time. And then you have, I've chose responsive, and while I've chose responsive, I'm a little bit tankier, which means I can deal damage consistently over time, and that 10% buff consistently from any health bar is key, absolutely key. You could roll Unforgiving, that's something I do recommend. However, I've opted for responsive to have that 10% as soon as I start engaging a rogue player. Card counter, we all know what card counter does. And in terms of weapon attachments, they're as follows: critical hit chance, rate of fire, critical hit damage. Okay, onto my secondary weapon, which is my tactical ACR. It is my utility weapon, and I use this on most of my builds, and it's all about getting my health back and skills back quicker. And these three talents, they work hand in hand, and they're perfect. Doesn't have to be an ACR, it could be a lightweight M4, it could be an LVOA, it could be G36. I've opted for the ACR due to the nice stability, and it's just really nice weapon to handle. Very underrated weapon. Predatory, first talent, key. Sustained, getting that health back again, but more importantly, last talent, determined, to improve my skill cooldowns by 7.5%. So this build, you've probably seen, there is no skill haste whatsoever, and that's because I've got determined on my ACR that gets me my skill cooldowns quicker, stronger. And for example, when I use that recovery link, I will switch to my ACR, take down as many NPCs as possible, as quickly as possible, to gain back your recovery link, which is key. Okay, in terms of attachments, stability, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and a little bit of accuracy as well. Okay, let's take a look at the character sheet first. 48% critical hit chance, 121% critical hit damage, headshot damage 62%. You've seen in the footage, it is kick-ass, and you've seen 34k crits on players, and that is basic rogue level, so you can imagine what this build will go up to. You will say, I could have more crit chance on this build, but again, if you watch my early videos, precision is key. Popping that headshot, you've got 10 seconds of getting an extra 12.5% critical hit chance, 25% critical hit damage, so you're looking, that is a max crit hit chance. I have that maxed, as simple as that. Critical damage, add your 25%, 146%, that's for 10 seconds until again I pop that headshot. So I don't necessarily need more crit chance on the build. It's okay, it's not bad, but you can invest some into health to make you a little bit tankier. Again, you're going to hit equally as strong. Okay. Abilities, booster shot. Booster shot is key. Again, for the extra damage, gives you a little bit more healing as well. But again, I've used it more for damage. And again, couple that with the 6-piece talent and against rogue players. And as soon as they enter manhunt status, you reckon. Okay. Secondary is my support station immunizer. Again, that is to cleanse any bleed. I don't know if you've noticed, I have 50% bleed resistance on the build. Okay, we'll take a quick look at that. Damage leak 16%. Where are we? Here we go. 50% blind death resistance. Personally, I prefer that to be shock resistance or burn resistance, but then 50% bleed resistance, and that goes in quite nicely with 11% EDR. I would like a tad more, but I'm happy with that. That gives me a little bit of reduction in the damage, and the bleed resistance will help with the time. So it's a nice to have. And again, if you're playing in the DZ, if you come across a team, there's always a pred there. There's always one guy rolling with the 9k stamina pred build, and this will help immensely fighting against those type of agents. So it does work hand in hand. It's pretty cool. So we've gone through the skills. Let's look at the talents. First one, adrenaline is key. Critical save, I use it on all my builds. Precision, I use it on most deep, well, in fact, all DPS type builds. The only builds I don't use it on are skill power builds. And on the move, again, to get the extra reduction of damage by 15% for 10 seconds. Works fantastically well. You should try it, guys. Okay, here it is. That's my Banshee 6-piece classified build. You've seen the footage. You know what Banshee's all about. It's a very, very strong PvP build. It gives you that insane start-off burst damage, which is good. Is it strong as Nomad and Pred? It has a different type of value. And Banshee for me is very situational. The 1 to 4 bonuses on the gear set, they do work exceptionally well. The 6-piece is situational, and again, once you come against any manhunt rogues, you will wreck. Yeah, but again, we don't always come across those types of players. Or again, if you are rogue on the other foot, it's the benefit of having the quicker time to again get to your station, get that manhunt cleansed. Is it worth it? If you're a non-rogue player, it is definitely worth it, and I recommend it highly. If you are a rogue player, I would perhaps stick to the 5-piece with Vigorous. And if you've got a healer in your team, or you've again someone with a very, very tasty pulse and a very, very sexy heal, Vigorous is the best option. But personally, if you're non-rogue, go for this. It's sexy strong, it really, really is, and it definitely works. But do me one favour, don't use this in skirmish, don't use this in last stand, use it only in the dark zone. That's it. Don't use it for PvE. 6-piece, no point. 4-piece, no point. So definitely use this in the dark zone and dark zone only. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like. If you want to see more Division content, then smash that subscribe button, click the little bell to get notified when I do upload new content. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon in the DZ. Take it easy, guys.